Hello everyone and welcome to the Perpheads guide. So in this I'm going to be showing you how to play Perpheads in the best way possible. So joining the group, what I mean by that is I'm going to show a screenshot. On the Perpheads forums, it should show like Discord/Steam. Click on the message and then go to Steam. After that, you should be good. Next, on the Discord, you link your Steam. It should DM you. Now, next, in game, basically, visit the help page. All of the links that will be helping you are going to be in the description. So press continue. For joining the forums, you'll be getting a MP5K as well, and also 25K. Now, create character. When creating a character, it is really important that you read the rules as well, because you can break any rule here. The most common rule is 3.4 and 2.5. So agree. Now, make your name realistic, because there's lots of people that don't make them realistic. So, for example, I don't really want to do mine since I already done it. So, maybe I'll go for a male actually. George Winter. Next, now it will show you about the server. Alright, now that you've loaded in, you should have objectives on your phone. Missions. Alright, before I do anything of this, I'm going to be telling you the binds of the server. Shift is to run, jog. So that's it. Control at the bottom of your keyboard, crouches like any other game, and then WASD, for moving. And then Alt should be the run. So lots of people have problems with that. In order to bind your Alt key, it might say that you don't have it binded. You go to console and then bind Alt, comma, plus walk, and then another, and then that should be done. So now we'll get to the objectives. Now, banking. You can press this to go out. Let me just do all this. You can change your wallpapers, your ringtones and all. You can look at the map. You can look at the map also at the F1 menu as well as that. Right here, Parallax map. So now, if you press C again, you can turn off your cursor and start to move around. And then, now here's a good part, the missions. Doing the missions is the most important part, because you would get lots of money and lots of starter items. So this is where we have to start by walking to the City Hall Plaza, which is right in front of us. My bad for the cut, but we're back. Now, I'm gonna start that mission again. So, we walk to the City Hall Plaza, like that. So, this is where a good part of the server comes in, reporting. You can report players by going to F6, press F6 on your keyboard, create, and then basically help and support. Yeah. So, now we gotta walk to the police department afterwards. So, at the top right, it will say what bind your chat is, my bad. So, we're gonna press that button, and then type any message. And then for OOC chat, that. And for help chat's going to be used for whenever you need help from the community, and then F6 is for staff. So yeah, basically with that. So /Y for yelling. people can hear you for like 500 units, 300 units. And then to change your chat mode, you press G to toggle in and out. So speaking right now. So hold C to emote. We got a whole bunch of emotes on the server. The agree emote is at the top right, so right here where I'm pointing. You point with your mouse. And then for this part, surrendering will make you immobilized for like 10 seconds and it'll drop all of your weapons of all sorts. Alright, that's done. So now we do point, which is at the top beside surrender. So unfortunately, you're going to be bleeding for a bit. So now you're going to need to hold Q and see at the bandage, left click it, and that should be you bandaging. And now let's go to the hospital. So now that we're at the hospital, we're gonna need to go to this medic here that's highlighted.
I could eat a horse, hooves and all.
Now that you've done that, press F1, navigate to the gene section, or no, yeah, the genetics. It's the light bulb, and then plus that. You can add more if you want, it doesn't matter, like maybe strength. Next, we gotta go to the coffee shop, so the arrow at the top should tell you where to go, so this is it. Now we gotta go inside here.
Hi.
And then purchase a donut and a cup of joe. And then, just like the bandage, we hold Q, go to both the donut and the cup of joe, and we start eating it. Oh, I didn't even need to drink the other part, but sure. Alright. Visit the clothing store. So, this, we see is clothing store, we go in here. So, over here you can change your character to make yourself fancy looking. So now we're gonna buy ourselves a new shirt. So, which one do I want? I'm gonna get myself a sweater. Alright, so this is where our vehicle comes in handy. The Volkswagen that we got for joining the Steamer forums, I forgot. So this is the parking garage. It's to the left of spawn. So we're gonna go over here. Yeah, it's beside the roads. So if you don't have a car or whatsoever, then we use the metro. So, red wine. Don't mind me hopping.
Please stand clear.
Yep, this is the one.
Central station.
So we're gonna have to wait for it to stop because we can't open it before. So if you don't sit down, it will make you automatically sit. So get in the seat that you want or prefer and wait. Alright, we've arrived. So if we go up here, more up I guess. So the car dealer is going to be to our right from the bazaar. This bazaar area is where you shop. There's going to be player-owned shops where people sell weapons, they sell equipment for raiding and stuff. It's mostly raiding stuff and weapons. Yeah, so the car dealer, we're going to go up here. And to this person,
Do you feel it?
press E.
I feel it.
And I'm looking for a new car. So the car you're gonna need is gonna be somewhere around the bottom where the M's are, and then it's mini. and then Cooper, yeah, Mini Cooper, and then purchase. You can jump this if you want. So, with your keys, while you're looking at the car door, right click to open it, and then left click to lock it. So, if we right click and then press E at the same time, basically. Now, this is where it gets good, because now you're in a car, right? So, F to turn on your headlights. Lots of new people forget about that and they get ticketed a lot. And the tickets are really bad, so. And then press R to turn on the headlights. And then basically just go. So the gas station is going to be down this hill, and then through this area right here. So turn off your engine by pressing R again, and then get out of your car, and then press E on this. And then select your car, because sometimes I accidentally flew over people's cars, which is hard to deal with, so. Now, to open your trunk, you press T. Alright. For now, we're not gonna do missions. I'm just gonna tell you about all the jobs and stuff, and all of the mechanics of the server, and all that stuff. So for a police job, you're going to need to do the application for a website. So if
I just knew it was going to be one of those days.
If I were to go on it now, it's probably not going to let me. Oh, okay. So you're going to need to press on this and this and that. So first of all, for the basics of police, you're gonna need 12 hours on the server before you can apply. If you want to access radio for the global radio of emergency services, you hold B. Now, make sure you have read all the policies, because screaming at the radio isn't pretty good, according to this picture. And then the N is for your partner. I'm gonna show you what partner I mean now. So head through this door right here, and then through here, and then through here to garage, because they should be signed, and then over here to this NPC. And then pick whatever car you want. For me, I'm going for a Dodge, because I'm like that. So when going inside the car, you press F3 to open the computer. This can happen on computers inside the PD as well. If you want someone to join your current unit, you tell them to head over to Papa 1, and yeah. So if you want to call, if you want to make an incident, quick incident, and if you're doing a traffic stop, do this. If there's a shootout near you, do this. I recommend not doing incidents for shootouts and stuff, because you can just say it on the radio. Yeah. Now, for jailing people. Alright, I'm back. So, we got a person. If you want to handcuff and put them in a vehicle, first of all, press 4 or use your scroll wheel, and then left click. This will pull out your handcuffs. Left click to put in the cuff, and then fists, and then right click. Currently I have them frozen, so it won't quite work, so give me a minute. So now we need to right click them. Alright, I've got a bot that actually wants to comply now. So fists, and then to drag him, right click, and then it should move him around, but with bots it won't quite work. So yeah, when you're near a police car, press R on the car, and then click on whoever it is you want to put in, and then it should work. Now, for the car tutorial, C is for child lock, so anyone that's cuffed in the back of your car cannot escape. And then basically the basic stuff like F for lights and stuff like that. To turn on your lights, press shift, and then to turn on your lights and sirens, you press Q. Yeah, that should be everything for police, except another thing. If you go upstairs over here, up here, there should be this locker room.
You feel it?
Press E
I feel it.
on this guy. You can change your stuff here, so like secondary and stuff, like Vert M9, Glock 17, and all that. That's it for the police. I'm gonna be showing you the medic job.
I can't get this tune out of my head.
So after this, you'll be getting your equipment, defibrillator. So right clicking 3 times will charge it, and then once a person's dead, you know, you can do all that crap. So first we need to kill this guy, so I know the easiest way of doing that.
Oh no!
Oh my god, he so happened to die! Alright, so in this critical moment, he's still alive. You right click the charger, or you right click the defibrillator 3 times, and then left click her body, and then repeat until she's alive again. Now she is alive again. So now that we've got that sorted, we also got the first aid kit, so you can inspect where she was hit, and then left click on where she was hit. And then for the DNA tool, I'm gonna show you how that works. So
I don't feel so.
she's randomly died, I wonder why. So dead? Dead. So now that she's dead, if you left click on her, it will show who killed her. You know something? It'll actually show, I'm pretty sure it will show herself. Yeah, it's gonna show herself because I just killed her through a command, but basically it'll show who killed her and with what weapon. And if I were to finish her right now with like fists or something, that would say that. So basically with the DNA gun you do that. I'm pretty sure that's everything to medic. So yeah. Over from the PD, take over here, from the gas station, all the way over here. If you want to enter there. Now, if we do the same thing as all NPCs, goddamn, I forgot to resign from my... Right.
I just knew it was gonna be one of those days.
So, now that that's gone, if we want to get...
I don't feel anything anymore.
If you want to get vehicles, just go to the NPC that hired you, and then here we are. There's all types of versions. So I'm gonna make an incident for us. Alright, so give me one moment. Okay, so I've started a fire around the Regals, so I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. First, get in your car like usual, turn on the engine, and then it's the same thing for police and stuff, for lights and signs and stuff. guess it's a bit different. So you have to Jesus. So press 5 and 3 and then fire comes and then hold left click. Now it's time for the taxi job. The taxi job is around PD. Go down this hill and then continue over here and then it should be here. So I'm gonna just become the taxi.
I don't feel anything anymore.
So as always, you go
I
to
think
the
I ate something
agency that hired you and then get what you want. So for me, I'm gonna get Ford and the car should spawn in here. So for shift, you can turn it off or on and off your sign. I think it is. Pretty sure it does that, but yeah, I don't think it does that anymore. But you know, it is what it is. If you press F3, you can change the price, and then press OK. If you want to be an absolute meanie, you just do 100. That's basically all there is to the taxi job. When the people go inside your car, they will pay instantly, and then per meters that you go, then yeah. So yeah, that's it basically. So, sorry about that, guys. So we're gonna go into the building, but there's like one thing you need to do though. We're gonna need to just get the wood parts. So if I were to go to the store right now. Oh yeah, forgot about that part. So now that I've got the apartment, we go to the door and but just to make sure the back door is locked too. So now we go into storage. This is where we'll get to have all of our starter gear, you know. So the MP5K, we're gonna grab that out of our storage. Afterwards, we're now going to take our hold and then left click, or hold and drag it, and then pistol ammo, and take the weapon attachments. Next, we're going to put our gun away, hold Q, left click the magazines until all of them are full on the right. Now that we've done that, left click the weapon attachment, equip the gun, and then reload. And then E right click if you want to change the fire mode, and then E left click to put it in safety. Alright, next, there's a few things you might need to do. That's to grab one of these, or actually no, 2 of these. And then one of the big ones. Yeah, seeds as well. So grab out the planter boxes. And take our yeah, that should be a good amount. So now block up the windows. And then pull out your physics gun. You spawn the props in, sorry for not mentioning that. And then attach it there, left click and then right click to freeze if you haven't played Gmod before. And then wooden fence here for the big window, because people can shoot you from there obviously. And then same thing for over here. On the guides and help, there's a construction handbook. Here's all of the things that you need to know. Make sure your base is not direct movement, so like the person goes in and it's a hard right or a hard left. and attach this to the wall right here. This is in the real handbook, by the way, so I know what I'm doing. And then attach another one right here. So now there's like a blocked area. Isn't direct movement, you can still move around freeway, you know. Next, over here where this fridge is, grab another one of these, put it on the fridge, like right around here. And then right there, and then put it on the side here. So basically this is like an extension. This is basically an extension because just doing it without this looks pretty odd, and plus it's kind of blocking your way of movement. On here as well. And then the final two go over here, but I don't think y'all have much as this, so keep it as well as possible, like when you're using the barricades. Because I only just got these from the store and stuff. I purchased these from Safety First, which is at spawn. Alright, this is your base complete. Now you can get growing. I'm not gonna grow here though, because it seems pretty odd to do in a private server. So, now for shooting. I'm gonna show you how the shooting works in this game. If you run out of ammo, you won't be able to shoot. Basically like any other game, you press R to reload. There is one problem that arises. You won't have much ammo for long, so reserve your ammo as much as possible. Plus, depending on what your movement's like, it depends on the recoil. So if I were to be shift running like this, your recoil will be higher. And then crouching, it will be minimal, but then standing, it will be more than minimal. Plus I also recommend, is that bot still here? It is. Give me a moment. Is he alive? He is. So I'm gonna grab him and place him here. For example, he has a gun out, right? He's right around there. This is the reason why we got right here. So we're crouching, if you hear him moving or anything, boop, bam. I have bad aim, so that missed. So yeah, please don't fully mag dump because you'll outline her head. Just try to keep minimal while also like. The next thing that I'm going to tell you about this server is you can sell guns, as I previously stated a long time ago. So first, take out your physics gun and then get cash register, place it anywhere, leave like in this corner, and then afterwards you hope to drop what you want to sell for example this weapon right here. So right click and then that will pop up with this prompt. Sell it at a reasonable weapon price because not much people will buy it. So if you want to check for the raw price of the weapon, go to the crafting tab of F1, weaponry, and AK-101, so it says 13k. For example, it would be 15k or 16k. And then you can grab it with your physics gun and then place it anywhere like the wall. Actually no, I think we have. Yeah, there's a market table you can use in your inventory when you first start. Grab that and put it here. Right. So that should be everything. Hold on. If I were to get this bot, if a person were to press E on your weapon, they would buy the weapon and you would get money, but there's some taxes that come with it. So I think that's everything you have to learn about Perpheads. So if you want another part, let me know on the Perpheads forums if you came from there, or let me know in the comments. So see you later, guys.